Isang magandang hapon na naman po sa ating lahat. Welcome po uli sa Bayanihan YouTube channel. And nandito po tayo at as I promised, I'm going to interview her again. She's one of my favorite interview po. Guys, the first runner-up of Miss Cayman Universe, Miss Kimberly Carlos. How are you?
I'm good, mabuhay!
Mabuhay po sa inyong lahat. And this evening po or this afternoon, we're going to ask her about the experience, the whole pageant experience and the pageant night itself. How was it?
It was phenomenal. Everything that I could ever envision and imagine about being in a pageant, it was fulfilled on that stage. And it was just such a wonderful experience to share with my pageant sisters and to see this journey through. And the amount of growth and love and just development of self was displayed on that night. I wish I could do it all over again.
But we really love you looking at you, like, especially when you answer the question. My God, from head to toe, I'm really having goosebumps. But you really nailed it. You really nailed it. All of you, I mean, I should say, all the ladies there were great. They were beautiful. You were just like the epitome of poise and beauty and brain. But
confidently beautiful.
During the event, how do you feel? What's the feeling of the contestant itself?
I think hectic. Everyone was just trying to make sure they were in place. There was a lot of nerves on that night. Finally being on stage after rehearsing for so long, we couldn't believe that this was actually happening. So there was a lot of excitement, and I also think that we were just so proud to be on that stage. So mixed emotions.
With the gowns, with the clothes that you wear, is somebody selecting those dresses for you, or you have somebody in mind, or you have the designs that you like? Who chose your clothes?
So personally, I chose my gown in the sense that from orientation, I knew I was going to have a sapphire gown because that's my birthstone.
Virgo.
Libra. So my birthday's tomorrow. I'm right on the cusp of it.
We're just in time, guys.
Yeah, just in time. Birthday celebrations.
Yes, yes.
And I also wanted a gown that was representational of Cayman's national anthem, where it says, "Oh, sea of, palest emeralds and darkest blues." So I had decided my gown for Miss Universe would be an emerald gown, and then my Miss Cayman gown would be a dark blue that would represent the sea as well, and just give that homage to Cayman and my most favorite place, which is the beach.
Were you having sleepless night just before the main
You know what?
night?
I was not. I was so exhausted every night. The moment I hit my head hit that pillow,
Gone.
I was out. I was so ready to sleep. And thankfully, I was able to sleep the night before. I was just so
No,
ready.
because most of my friends and some Filipinos in the community, they were really saying like, she's just natural. It's like, you don't see any like, unnecessary, that we can sense that you're nervous or you're like tense. You were just cool.
I felt like I was home, to be honest.
Yeah.
It felt like I was with my sisters and we were ready to perform a show that we had planned for so long. And this was our gift to the audience for being so patient with us and to the committee for all their hard work and effort. So
during the preparations and all the guestings and all, you get to be with these ladies like how many
almost
hours
every
a day?
day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have special bonds with some of the ladies or most of them, or just a couple?
Yes, I mean, I'm having withdrawal symptoms right now because I miss them so much, having been with them almost every single day at extended periods of time where we would be in and out of trainings, because it was a point where we're actually learning and doing this all together. So we were a support system for one another. And as one of the eldest, I really took to them. And I had that nurturing sense of experience where I just wanted to like help them and be with them and just take care of them.
When I was watching the pageant itself, most of you are into this the Panton
Alex Panton
Foundation. And I said to myself, that is really her line, you know. I mean, you're into psychology, you're into this, and you know this kind of case that it's not only the victim who just died, but the victims are also the family. So you know, and as a psychologist, you know how to, you know. And I said, she must be very perfect for that, you know, being that as one of the foundations that
we're supporting
the Miss Universe, I mean the Cayman Island Universe is supporting.
Yes, and I was so proud that they chose that as a charity, because it is a prevalent issue here in Cayman, and it's something that we seriously need to address and talk to our young people about, because depression and anxiety touches us in many various forms, and if we don't have those conversations, we'll never be able to comfort those who are most afflicted. So to me, I want to continue pressing that issue and raising that awareness within the community, so that ultimately more lives are saved through it.
I was reading through it, and I see that you know, part of it is the bullying and all of those peer pressures and family issues maybe. But I remember the conversation that we have, that I said, whoa, she might, if the questions for, you know, the final questions will be related to this, she will nail it. But it was not really, you know, that kind of questions, but how you answered the question was, everybody was in awe. And you hit the nail in your answer. You hit the nail, and you put the, should I say, the millennials, the Caymanian millennials, into a different level, you know. The mindset of people that were, you know, they're just thinking, oh, this is just young kids, you know, like they want to party, they want this, they want that. But you put a how you said it, you elevate the level of the millennials, the Caymanian millennials, and also the millennials, you know, and you inform the public and the business world that these kids are ready.
Yeah, and there needs to be a special place dedicated for them in order to grow, to gain the experience, and to have the opportunity where they can continue to thrive and reach their highest potential. Because as a millennial and someone who's experienced it for myself, I know the level of determination and intelligence that we have within our community. We just need someone to give us a chance.
So going forward, after the event and after the pageant, what is in store for Miss Kimberly Carlos?
Oh, so much. I have a long list, but I'm taking my time to really assess where I can really add value and be of service to my community, because that has been my initiative for many years. And I want to pursue that in a way that I will make that positive impact that I've sought out to do. So at the moment, I'm working with another organization where we are going to create some sort of networking and mentorship for young people. So that's in the process right now. We're just trying to fine tune it and ensure that we're covering all our bases, and then we'll be able to present that to the public.
I'm pretty sure the exposure of the pageant, you know, you were exposed to different people, and of course, winning the first runner-up, it will open a lot of doors. I mean, it's too early for me to say now because it's just a few days after, but I'm pretty sure like doors will be open. Do you have like 5 years from now or 10 years from now, what is Kimberly Carlos doing by that time?
Well, if the Lord has it in my plan, or if it's part of His will, I would love to be the Minister of Youth. That is something that I feel as
I was about to ask you, are you interested in politics?
Yes, I would love to. If I was given that opportunity, obviously I want to pursue law. And I think going down that route would really enable me to enact those changes in Cayman and ultimately leave an impression for those youth to be catered for and for their voices to be heard. I feel as if...
Because how you said it, you really like, you know, like you already wrote a book about it, or it's like
maybe I'll write a book. Who knows? Maybe I'll be an author.
No, but it seems like you're in an authority when you say these things. Like you're so passionate about it. It means that your heart and your mind is in it. That you know you don't have to really like, I'm not familiar with that field. But when you talk about it and saying that ministry that you want to serve or you want to be with in the future, you won't have a hard time, I hope you're going in that direction too, because like what I've said, you finish the course that is, in line with that ministry, and you have the capacity to talk. You have the capacity, your personality and how you talk is, you have already the tools. Everything is there. So I hope people of the Cayman Islands, especially the government, give her a not just a break, but give her the opportunity to go to that side. So you will be able to grow, to learn, and later on maybe you will be the
voice of the young people.
Yeah, and the bearer of the banner for the young
beacon
kids.
of hope and
yes.
light and optimism.
Of course, if this is the beauty of the beacon of hope for the young kids, and of course, you will be an inspiration.
And that is all I aspire to do, is be an inspiration for those who don't feel as if they have a place in our society, because they do. Everybody does. They're so worthy, so deserving.
Yeah.
And just because you're not afforded those opportunities doesn't mean that you're valueless, because you have to move forward in your own progression. Whatever circumstances you're given, you have to choose. Do I want to be happy, or am I going to make the most of it?
Yeah. I've watched a lot of pageants, a lot of beauty contests, but every time I watch it, it gives me a certain kind of high, because it draws the line between a woman just as a frail, feminine, soft,
Or
just
far from
being
that.
just being up there. You can just say it's a beauty pageant, but it's not. These women are competing. These women are showing to the public or the community what they are, what are the causes that you are supporting, and just standing there answering all those questions. And you got to meet different kinds of people. You get to meet, you are already like, moving forward and opening more doors to not only women, but also young kids, those kids who are, like what you've said, having like, oh, I'm just being like this, I will just be like this, I'm contented of being like, but seeing you young ladies up there, really like, they will tell themselves like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would encourage every young woman to put themselves out there, because whatever challenges you, whatever is difficult or uncomfortable, that is growth. And it's through persevering through whatever is uncomfortable where you will learn the most. And taking yourself out of that comfort zone is where you discover your true strengths.
I have another question. I really thought of this while watching the actual event. Are you still going to join a different beauty contest?
I don't think I can. I think
Really?
I'm what they call aged out in beauty contests now. I mean, my dream really was to go to Miss Universe and to represent. And I was so set on being able to represent not just Cayman, but the Philippines as well, as someone who is half Filipina. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I could carry my country with me, what an amazing...
Two countries, actually.
Yes, imagine, But perhaps that was not God's will, and maybe He has other things in store for me.
Who knows, you mean the cause that you are, supporting right now will be the it's the start, and people can hear you. People that talks to you not only feels empowered and, inspired, but I think those that are seniors can see your potential. I can see your potential.
Thank you.
And when they try and, like talk to you more, they will know that you still have a lot here inside in store.
That can't be taken away.
Yes, I know, but at least, you have the heart to share. You have the heart to serve, know. And thinking like, I'll be in one of this ministry, 10 years from now, you would never know, You would never know. But sometimes they say, you know, you should claim it now so it will happen.
I know, I've been claiming a lot, so let's see.
Folks, we really have a nice chat with Kimberly, but we will be back